Hello, hello. Oh my man, I'm still setting this up. What's going on, Mike? Can you hear me? Mike, I love how you say audience is waiting, but it's only you in the chat. These are going to be crazy projects. I think we'll see, especially this one, because it's a wee bit of a wobble. We shall see. We shall see. Hey, Rob, how are you, man? Thanks for popping in here. Much appreciated. Gonna be a this one's gonna be a hell of a turn. It's gonna be interesting, I'll put it that way. But it's gonna be pretty cool, I think. And this here is a 5.5-inch cube block of kiln dried walnut. So if this turns out the way I'm thinking it's going to be pretty freaking cool by the time it's done and a finish on it. So I'm excited about it. But nervous at the same time. Goat met her on the porch. She just took a nap. That's awesome. That's I have a hard time taking naps during the day. I wish I could do that, but I'm an early riser, up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So remember to hit that like button, everyone. Check this out. I picked this up. You guys guess what wood this is? Great big long piece. Any guesses? It's a beautiful piece. 100%. You got it, Rob. I had a feeling you'd probably get it, or someone would probably get it. But I'm not using that today, but I picked that up for $9. It's actually pretty cheap. Daylight, you were working on a fence, and electric fence. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Yeah, it is beautiful. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it yet. It was just cheap. But I don't know. I'm probably gonna cut a little bit of this up into some pen blanks. So I will probably do that. So that will likely be one. Yeah, Rob, I got the same problem here. And then actually this morning, I came across a company about 2 hours away from me in Guelph, Ontario, and it's a company called William White, and they have everything you could possibly think of for pen blanks, bowl blanks, like all kinds of stuff, stabilized woods, exotic woods. So it's actually really cool. Hey, Mike, there you go, buddy. Got to make some pen blanks. Yeah, I got to do the same. I don't think I am gonna buy or maybe get sent some pen blanks. I'm not sure yet. but I will definitely be making some of my own. So I'm going to start getting this ready. I was a few minutes early, but I'm going to start getting this ready and then we'll get it turned. The goal of this is to not die. So this is going to be a tri-tip bowl. Okay, I've got it all set up here, but look at this thing when it spins. Like, that's pretty cool. I don't have my face mask on, so I'm going to turn that off for now. But I'm just doing it with a friction fit. So over here, it's just pushed into the drive. And then I did actually flatten it out and push the tailstock in. It is going to be a wild turn, man. I have been watching videos on these like all week. And I was like, screw it. I'm going to see this place on Friday, see if they have any big chunks. And I'm going to try this and hopefully not die. So, yeah, hopefully not. What's going on, Mike? So I'm going to be starting this. I'm going to primarily use my bowl gouge for this entire thing. I've watched BW Wood Turning. Ben, I watched his video quite a bit on using the bowl gouge. Did some practice on it. Think I got it pretty good. So I'm going to try it on this one, and I'm just going to start spinning this on a slow speed because right here, this point, and this point these are going to be the ones that will remain. All the other ones are going to get cut off. So I got to be careful about not hitting those. Chris Devo did one like this. Nice. All right, let's get this going. And I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. I'm actually going to make sure that's tight. And let's see. Ooh, look at that. That's got some wobble to it. So I'm gonna be putting this in the chuck. So let's see how this goes. Initially, it's going to be a bit of a slow one. Cutting pretty good though. Geometric death trap. Yeah, pretty much. I told my wife I was doing this, and I showed her the little video clip I did, and she's like, "It's terrifying. I am not watching your live." And I will say I don't really blame her. All right, I'm gonna see if I can fan this out a little. I want to have a look at this so far. I want to see what it looks like just for fun. So you can see what it's doing. It is chipping out a little bit, but I knew that was going to happen. But we're going to get there. This is just going to be like a slow and steady one. We're going to get there. For moderators, he can't type, but he can see everything. Same as me with Jeff's. Really? Yeah, hang on a sec. I don't know if I can make those adjustments on here because I'm in the YouTube app. So it's not giving me any options to. That's weird. Huh. Maybe. Hang on. Let me see if I don't know if I can do this, but let me check the video in my channel. I'm going to try it logging in from here. And let me just see. Let me see if I can fix this at all. If I can't fix this, then I will have to I'll have to try afterwards. Yeah, so it's actually set to no comment moderation. So I don't think that's an issue. So if I can't fix it right now, then I'll have to look at it afterward. All right. So next, if you're in here, sorry about that, man. I'm not sure what's going on. I know Jeff's is doing the same thing to Mike. But I'll have a look at it afterward. Take him off a moderator. Might work. I don't even know what you mean. Because, yeah. I've got no restrictions on it, so I don't know what's going on. I may have to do it on a computer, but I don't have a computer with me right now. It's actually being used. I don't remember if Max is a moderator or not. So I'll have a look in a little bit because Jeff's was doing the exact same thing. So Max, if you're in here, buddy, I will try to figure that out afterwards. Okay. Yeah, maybe it is a YouTube bug because Jeff's is doing it too. All right. In the meantime, let's get back to beating the hell out of the bowl gouge. All right. I'm going to keep fanning out a little bit. Tricky part with this is you can't really see clearly where all the lines are. All right, I just got to see. I got way farther to go on that. Back to the death trap. Yep. Just trying to shape the bottom right now, so that way I can get this moved over to the chuck. Then I'm going to feel a lot better. Getting there. So I'm turning the speed up a little bit, slowing down a bit too much just because this lathe is, of course, I mean, even though it's 12 by 18, it's not really designed, I don't think, for this heavier stuff. Okay, I'm going to move this tool rest a little bit closer, I think. Yeah, let's try that. That's a bit better. Remember to hit that like button, everybody. Got 52 people in here, or 65, and only 11 likes. So remember to hit that like button. Really helps share this video everywhere. see the lathe bogging down a little bit. It's a pretty tough piece. So I'm going to turn the speed up because I know it's going to want to bog down a little. Stop. Let's have a look. See, we're getting there. It's coming along. So I'm going to get this whole bottom part rounded. And then I will finish the tenon. And then we'll get it flipped over. Actually, I want to try something just for fun. I want to try this carbide a little bit on the anger, and I want to see how it does. This here is it's actually from Banggood, and it's been pretty decent so far. Just, like I said, I'm going to try it on here. Banggood is actually, I think they have, it's a 19th anniversary sale right now. So if you're looking for some decent lathe tools, this is a set, and I think the set was like $85 or something. So definitely make sure you go and check them out. The sale goes till like September 11th, and there should be a if I did it right, which I believe I did, there should be a link in the description as well. and actually takes you right to this carbide piece, this carbide tool. And there's another link there that's kind of generic to their site. I just wanted to give this a try just to see how it does. So I got a little bit of slip. So I'm just gonna make sure that's tight. All right. Okay, so we got this part almost round, which is awesome. And then I just got to round it all the way up to these tips here. All right, I'm gonna re-aim this that way. I can get it right to the tip. Perfect. We're getting there. Almost round. See, I got a little bit of tear out here, but that's fine. We'll deal with it after. So got to round it out a bit more to get rid of this and some over here too. But it's coming along. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Really helps channel out. All right, I think I'm gonna switch it back over to the bowl gouge. I wanted to give that carbide a try, and it actually does pretty good. So I'm gonna try and straighten this out a bit. Something that I definitely need, and I am looking into, is going to be a more powerful lathe. One company I was talking to just a little bit not long ago was Nova. I recently purchased one of their chucks, and the thing is amazing. I love it. And so I reached out to them to talk about lathes. See, we're getting there. Almost rid of all the flat spots, which is awesome. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. End of the week. All right, let's see how that is. Getting better. I think we just got to smooth it out. But see, we're right at the pretty much right at the tips, so it's actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna smooth this out a little bit, and the tenon as well. Try this guy. Getting there. Wants to grab a little bit. Okay. I don't like the tear, but that's okay. I was kind of expecting some of that. So that's not horrible. We got some work to do on it yet. I'm just going to part it here. I'm going to part it here, and then we're going to flip it over. So if you haven't already, remember to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. Hindsight, I should have actually trimmed this down. But that's okay. All right. Grab our saw, get it cut off and flipped around. Little nub. All right, so now we're going to put it in our chuck. Now, it should be a little bit more secure to turn. Hopefully you guys can you can hear me okay, and you can see everything too. Should be able to. Should be good. But let me know if you can't. And remember to hit that like button. We got 65 people in here, only 17 likes. So if you hit that like button, that would really, really help out. Let's do the smart thing. Tailstock. And look at that, only a 1/8 gap in the jaws. So I'll be able to finish the back part of this from here too. But I'm calling this, I think it's called a tri-tip bowl. Tri-tip being because it's got these 1, 2, 3 points that are essentially going to go like this. So it should actually be pretty cool. All right. Only thing I'm going to do, I am going to use the tail for a little bit. This is not a great saw. I got to get some other ones. This one is, oh, there we go. Pretty much done. Yeah. I don't like that saw. Just got to find my other saw. You know what? We'll use this one. Just putting a flat portion on it. That's all. Here we go. We're going to cut it off afterwards anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Just to help stabilize it a bit. All right, let's see how this turns. Perfect. Same as it was before. All right, so I'm going to swing this over here. And we're going to start carving the inside out. Now, one thing I am going to do, because I don't want these sidewalls to be too thin, I'm actually going to put a piece of painter's tape on my tool rest. That way I can make sure I don't go past a certain spot. At least not for now anyway. So let me see if I can, I'm going to work on the front part of this. So let me see, I can get you a bit of a better view. All right. So I don't know if you can see the table in here, but I'm going to stay on this side of the line. And I am primarily going to use the bowl gouge for this. All right, just want to see what this placement's going to look like. So that's a little bit thick. So I'm going to adjust my tape and move it out. See how we're getting that little lip there? That's what it's going to look like all the way around. So that's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Remember to hit that like button. Really helps share the video all over. If you're just joining in here, this is a large piece of walnut, which is being right now, I'm making it into a tri-tip bowl. Right, first time ever doing one of these, and this walnut's being pretty tough. I'm just gonna quickly tune up my tool. So yeah, being a little bit tough and stubborn, but that's okay. I've never actually turned one of these tri-tips before, but I have been really wanting to try it. So just sharpening this up with a little bit of compound on a strop. Just clean it up a little bit. It is definitely a hard piece of walnut. Still pretty cool though. I'm gonna try carbide a little bit. Whew, she's stubborn. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you're watching, we're making a tri-tip bowl, and it's definitely a challenging one, but it's still pretty fun. The angles are very different. Oh, she's being a stubborn piece. All right, make it a little bit easier to see. All right, I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. Do. All right, let's see. That looks pretty good. So I think what I'm going to look at doing, because this tail is really getting in the way, so I think I'm actually going to start looking to part the tail off because I got it in the chuck anyways. Which, yeah, we're still good. This is where having multiple tool rests comes in really, really handy. Nope, too big. Be really careful because the wings are out here too. It's funny because it's putting off a breeze. So I know it looks rough because it is, but we're going to fix all that. We will get it smoothed out. I just got to get this tail stock out of the way. So I'm actually using a coping saw for this because I don't have a great deal of hand saws. The ones I do have, they need to be fixed up. So take this tailstock right out of the way. That way we can actually do this a little bit safer by using the big rest. 100 people. That's awesome. Remember, hit that like button. Got over 100 people, and only 28 likes. Don't like it. I'll switch that up a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. But I'm going to put that kind of up there a little bit. Hopefully you get a bit of a better view. All right. Now, All right. So let's see. I'm kind of dig this out. Getting there. Let's try this one a little bit. I mean, it's getting there. So you can have a look. See? I still got a little ways to go. But we are getting there. All right, let's see. Look, about half an inch. Okay. Almost there. Like so close. Just kind of shaping the inside of the wings here a little bit. Trying to be very careful. I don't want to break them off. Okay. I'm going to turn this light off. And so she's a bit rough, and I am getting some tear out, which I knew was going to happen on this thing. But that's okay, because we're going to keep pushing forward with it. And keep pushing forward with it, getting it done. I just got to put a little bit more of an edge. All right, let's give this a try. All right, let's see if we can flip this a little bit. Okay, bigger tool rest. All right. All right, let's get this going. That should be a little bit better. Let's catching the wings. So, you know what? I'm going to flip it to the carbide. Hang on a sec here. Tool rest just moved. There we go. So I will say about this, we are getting there. But this walnut tri-foot hole is a royal pain. It's going to be cool. I'm not worried about that. But it is definitely taking more time and everything. And I think a lot of that is because of the wood. All right, let's just see how deep that is. Okay, definitely got to go deeper still, but we're getting close to the outside, which is it's where it needs to taper in from. All right, I got to move this in closer. But look at that so far. Like, it is looking pretty cool. I do have to clean it up, but it is looking pretty cool. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this thing so far. But it will require a little bit of cleanup. We are almost down as far as we're going to go. So if you could hit that like button. We've only got 36 likes in here. So hit that like button. It helps out a lot. Spreads the video and whatnot around so everybody can see it. That would be awesome. And these carbides I'm using, if you're interested in these carbides, I got them from a company called Bang Good, which you may have heard of. And they actually have an anniversary sale going on right now, where you can get this set. I think it's for about $80. And not only, I'll just show you here really quick. Not only is it that one, but it's actually like a 6-in-1, so you get all different attachments with it too. So definitely make sure to go and check it out, because it is actually pretty good. I've been rather surprised. That was a bit of a grab. Whew, nothing happened there. Not much. That's good. One of the things I did say right at the beginning of this live is that this is going to seem like a little sketchy, but it is a bowl that's actually it is made quite often. See, the challenge is, yeah, and I broke a top piece off, so that's fine. The challenge is you can't really see these as it's turning, or at least, that's the challenge that I'm coming across. Plus the grain of the walnut itself, it's not exactly the best for this. So, what I'm gonna try and do, I lost the one piece there, which is fine. So let me see if I can, maybe I can part it a little bit. I'll part it like down here. Let's see. Okay. Okay, awesome. So those pieces are almost ready to come off. There's one. It's not exactly going to be tri-tip. It's going to be, I don't know, tri-flat. That's what we're going to call this thing, I guess. So, all right, now we're going to try and just smooth this out a bit. All right, so that's not horrible. I can deal with that. We're gonna have a little bit of sanding to do here, but that's okay. All right, let's set this back up and let's keep going on this. Like, we're getting so close. getting there. Like we're getting close. Wait until you see the next project. I'm gonna try. Next project I'm gonna try to do on here today, if there's time, is a ladle. Let me know what you guys think about this, or what all of you think about this thing in the comments. I'm curious. It's definitely different. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but it's not finished yet either. All right. That's still pretty cool though with those wings. I gotta saw this off. These are bandsaw marks, which I forgot to do before I put it on here. But that's no big deal. So I'm gonna flip this around, and we're gonna fine tune the other side a little bit, just to clean it up, I guess. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of straightening the outside with my larger skew. By no means is this finishing it, but it gets it closer. It's like a cone. Okay, I'm going to do that a little bit more. One of the things that I'm trying to do with this is, yes, not only straighten it up, but I'm also trying to seal some of that exposed grain by burnishing it with the heat of the metal tool. It's actually it's pretty cool how it works. It's better. So we've got most of it, just a little bit here. We're going to sand it anyway, so that will not be an issue. All right. Okay, we're pretty good there. So I'm going to grab my drill, and I've got some 120 sandpaper on here, and we're going to give this a little bit of a sand, just see how it does. Let's see what kind of a difference that makes. So it definitely makes a difference. But we do need to do some more than that. We're going to do some on the inside here also. Better, but we still got to get rid of some scratch lines. Now, unfortunately, I just noticed it looks like it's splitting a bit. So we're going to put some trusty CA glue into here on the outside and the inside, just to try and help seal it, or try and help hold it together, I should say. The idea is it'll get into the crack, and then we're going to sand off the outer part of it anyway, so that's not going to be a big deal. All right, let's try giving this a sand and see how it does. So it's better. All right, now we'll do the inside. And I do actually have my air cleaner running. So it's helping to suck up a lot of this dust. All right. So I'm going to try and see if I can chip some of that CA away. Beautiful. Can't even see it. Beautiful. All right. Now we're going to get the rest of it going here. And we're going to finish this with a really cool finish. And it's actually a completely natural one called Bumbleshoots. And it's a lot of their stuff, I believe the bulk of it is beeswax based. So if that is something you're looking for or something you're interested in, go and check out the description on here. There is a link for the Bumbleshoots stuff. And you also get 10% off, which is pretty cool. All right. Now we're going to sand these other parts. And in all honesty, I should have sanded the bandsaw. That's not good anymore. I should have sanded the bandsaw parts off prior to putting it on the lathe, but all good. No big deal. Beauty. There's one. Two. Whew. All right, got to do a little bit more on the outside here. Just gonna make sure it's still tight. So close. If you haven't already, hit that like button. And you can subscribe to the channel too. That'd be awesome. Really helps out a lot and helps with keeping this kind of stuff going, which is a lot of fun being able to come in here, do this, and hang out with all of you. Okay. So all I'm doing right now is just getting rid of some of the other marks because the grain on this was an interesting one. Okay. All right, I think that's all we need for the drill. We are gonna fine tune this one up a little bit, just with some sandpaper and whatnot. And we're gonna get it blown off, and then we're gonna finish the inside, flip it over so we can cut the tenon off. Going up to about 320 grit, roughly. All right. All right. I think that is pretty good. I noticed one bandsaw mark spot that I missed. Got it. Beautiful. Almost there. And thank you for everyone who's in here. Thank you so much for popping in. It means the world to have all of you in here and just kind of watching some projects or watching the projects being made. Definitely means the world. Something that I love to do. By no means is it something that I'm perfect at, but always working to get better. All right, so one more thing I'm going to do just before I do the finish on this part. If I can do it here, I'm going to grab a handful of shavings and see if I can do a little bit of burnishing. It's going to be probably difficult with those ones, so I'm actually going to grab some others. This is just to help seal the grain. That's all it is. Now just wait until you see what this looks like once we get a finish on it. So I'm going to be using this stuff here. This is called Bee Nuba Wax from Bumbleshoots. This stuff is amazing. So go to the description and you will find a link in there for this stuff. And definitely want to give it a try. They also have shop wax that you can use for your tools and whatnot, as well as an all-natural wood finish, which is a wood finish, which is a tongue oil combined with some other additives in there too. But completely natural, food safe is what they say. So we're gonna go ahead and get some of the Bee Nuba put on here, and let's see how this looks. Hey, buddy. See the color that it gets? This is walnut. I know. Walnut is such a beautiful wood. What time is it, buddy? No, it's a jig. Is it 4? So this bowl has actually taken 2 hours. So, oh, cool. Cool, buddy. My son just got home from school. He's in the shop here now too. So we're gonna put some more of this stuff on here. So I suspect, and I don't know for sure. They told me this stuff was kiln dried, but I'm wondering if maybe it's not. So something that I don't know, but we shall see. Not that it matters, because it really doesn't. But this Bee Nuba stuff is like, it smells like lemon meringue pie without the meringue. Like, it smells delicious, and they are a really they're a really, really good company to deal with. So if you're looking for any sort of organic or food safe wood finishes, I would definitely try out Bumbleshoots. I mean, look at the shine on that. Now I haven't buffed it yet, but look at how dark that is. What were you saying, bud? Sure.
Just saying, I discovered an instrument from 3000 BC
An instrument from 3000 BC.
that I think you could make easily.
Oh yeah.
It's known as the bones, used by ancient Egyptians and Chinese. It was made by a bunch of different cultures. But
Okay.
it's just 2 long toe-shaped thin pieces of wood that you hold like this, and you can use in between your middle.
Okay.
In between your middle and index, in between your ring and index, and then you can just do this, and they'll smack together, creating a percussion.
Huh. Interesting. All right.
What is this?
Our finish is on. That is called paduk. It's wood. All right. I'm gonna turn this on. Let that spin just a little bit, because we gotta buff it. We gotta be really, really careful, because we don't want to catch the cloth. But look at the shine in that. Like, look at that finish. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's fine.
He said don't, because she, not, if no one can hear this, she did say that, like, she doesn't want me to come in watching it, you get distracted and then chop your hand off or something.
I'm not gonna chop my hand off on a wood lathe. It's okay. these were some very sketchy turns, but worth it, I think.
But that looks really nice.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, there's like.
So my son is looking at some Paduk that I picked up from a local wood supplier. I don't actually know how rare it is. I haven't looked it up.
I'll take your for it. Alright.
All right. So this is definitely rougher because right there is the end. Right. So a lot of this bowl was a lot of the work on this was actually end grain, hence the reason why it was so tough.
This is.
So that explains the reason why it's so tough. Unfortunately, it was kind of hard to get away from that. Knew it was going to be a tough turn, but it is what it is.
So Patak is actually African.
Ah.
Well, there's a bunch of Patakan culture. Yeah, there's African Patakan.
Interesting. All right, so burnish this a little bit again, just because the finish, it got some of the hairs in the wood standing up, or the grain, which is normal. So think of it, doing this is almost like steel wool, kind of, because we're then going to add a little bit more finish.
Yeah, so it's pretty rare depending on what kind of stuff it is.
Yeah, I don't know what kind it is.
This looks like ordinary, but
Probably just ordinary.
well, it smells exotic. I'll tell you that much. Unique smell for some reason.
Yeah.
I can smell one of right here.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna buff this up one more time, and then I might actually put some of the shop wax on it, just to give it a nice glossy surface.
This is burning my gums. Yeah.
All right. So let's try a little bit of the wax.
I'm
So this, I'm just using the bumble shoots shop wax. And I'm only doing this to give it just a little bit of a polish. Even though it is a shop wax, you can use it on like cast iron tools and all that stuff too. Um, it works great on wood. Okay. One final buff, I think. All right. Look at that. I'm going to take this out of here. Still got to cut the tenon off. But this is going to be pretty easy. But look at that. Like, that is pretty freaking nice, if you ask me. So now what we're going to do is I've got this little piece here, and we're going to get this into the chuck because we need to cut the tenon off, and we're going to use our parting tool for that. So we're going to put this over top of here, and then use our parting tool to get that tenon off. That way it comes off nice and square. So we're going to put a piece of non-slip kind of stuff over there. And hopefully we'll be able to center this fairly well. All right, look at the shine on that thing. Nope, we're not centered yet. That's fine. We do want to be as centered as we possibly can be. Whew. Don't like it. Now, it's also a matter of well, gonna try to get it centered as much as possible. So, okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. So it's really primarily it's the tenon on the back side here. Yeah, it's the tenon that's uneven. So I've got an idea for that. Insert pen mandrel. Or in comes the pen mandrel. And we're going to use the live end from the pen mandrel, which does not have a point. We're going to use this live end, and let's see if we can get it a little bit better. Okay. There's our high spot. Let's see if that's better. It is better. And it might just be enough. Nice part about this is it doesn't have to be perfect, because all we're doing is parting it. All right. So now this is probably just going to almost break right off. There we go. Beauty. All right. A final sand. Okay. Little bit of finish on the bottom. And we'll do a little buff and we're done. There we go. Not bad. I think it looks pretty decent anyways. Shame that the wings up here didn't make it, but I mean, that's okay. I'm okay with that. So that is project number 1. Now, now we've got to see about project number 2 and if we can do it. So I don't know if we can do this one yet. The project number 2 was going to be a small ladle, and I think we can do it. It's going to be tricky, but I think we can do it. Just going to run the vacuum really quick, vacuum up these shavings. Now we're good to go. Perfect. So if you haven't already, if you can hit the like that would be absolutely amazing, because by hitting the like button, it helps to send it out to even more people. So that would be absolutely amazing. I think we're at 48 likes. So I've got a piece of cherry right here. And W Wood Turning, if you haven't checked out his channel, make sure you go and do that. He's an absolute whiz on a lathe. And anyways, so he put a challenge forward to some of us to make a ladle using nothing but the lathe. So that is what I am going to try to do. And I have no idea how it's going to go, but we're going to find out. Now, because I have a smaller lathe, I can only do about a 5.5 inch length in this. So it's going to be a little bit of an itty bitty ladle, but I still think it's going to be pretty cool. Yeah. Hmm? Okay, one sec. Okay. You said you cut me pieces of maple? Oh, sweet.
Guess what?
What? Huh?
Actually, this. Not the table, but musical instruments. This is the instrument from 3000 BC known as the bones.
Cool, buddy.
I have no idea how to play it though.
No idea?
I'm gonna have to research that.
Love you too.
Yes.
You bet. I will. My son, I don't know if you can tell, but my son loves coming out and working in the shop. So he actually prepped me a bunch of maple, I guess, for turning rings or whatnot. So it's actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna move the light that I've got if I can. Okay. Now I'm just moving the light that I've got, because as great as it is, it it does sometimes get in the way. But we're not going to need that. We're not going to need that for right now, anyways. So for this project, we are going to be spinning a ladle. I'm going to move you guys over so you get hopefully a bit of a better view. Somewhere around there, I think. So this is a piece of cherry I've got in the chuck. And I'm going to turn a handle on this. And then I'm going to turn a ball at the end. And it's going to be, this is going to be pretty, like the smallest baby ladle you have ever seen. But I think it's still going to be pretty cool. And then afterward, I'm going to have to carve this out, because I'm going to have to put it on the lathe, hold it there with the handle sticking out, and let it turn so that way I can carve out the inside. So that's the idea behind the ladle challenge. And also I'm going to try and use nothing but the bowl gouge for this. This is cherry. It's much easier to use than the walnut that I just had in here, because that walnut was crazy. Like, that was crazy hard stuff, and the grain wasn't the right way. So still came out pretty freaking nice for any of you who didn't see it. I mean, have a look at that thing. I think that's pretty freaking cool. Definitely need a bigger lathe though, right? So this is a Nova chuck, and I'm really looking forward. I really want to get a Nova lathe because the lathe also has a swivel head, so the head turns sideways, so you can do bowls. It's really, really cool. So that's what I'm gonna be hoping for. So let's go ahead and let's get this thing turned. Right after I have a drink of water. Gotta have water. All right. Let's do this. So the bowl gouge, I absolutely love the bowl gouge, but you might be able to tell I'm still getting used to it. But it's coming along. So I gotta check the diameter on this because I don't want it going too small. So, all right, there we go. All right, let's see if I'm round. Almost. Okay, now now we're round. So I'm gonna leave this about a ball, and like for the ladle. Actually, should have made this a little bit longer, but that's okay. I'm just gonna put a line there. Let's move that a little bit closer. If this one doesn't work out, I'm going to throw another one on here and try it. So right now I'm just making the handle. I think. One thing I will say is this: the bowl gouge is absolutely amazing for shaping. Shit. Well, I didn't mean to take that one out, but that's okay. So I'm probably taking this one down too far. But because this is like a mini, I figured, what the hell? Let's add some profiling to it, right? Okay, so whew, that was a little bit of a catch. That's okay because it just caught the shoulder. Almost there. All right, so I'm going to switch over to my skew. Just because I like the skew for some profiles. I just have to get this round. Which hopefully it will be. Look, just wants to catch. I think that's pretty good. I think it'll work, but we should. Actually, hang on. Before we do that, let's do a little bit of this. So if you're just checking in, this is a miniature ladle because it was a challenge put forward by BW Woodworking. And I only have a small lathe. So this is really the only size I can do. It looks ridiculous. I probably should have shaped the top a little bit more. But I think that's okay. I'm okay with it. So now we're going to take this chuck off. And we're going to switch this over. So this is not a project, but this is going to hold this somehow. I think. Pretty sure. So we're going to try our best to make this work. All we're going to do first is we're going to gouge the inside of this out just a little bit more. Still got to cut the end off of it. Okay. A little smaller. All right, so I'm going to drill a hole. Somewhere around there, I think. So the idea is that this is going to sit in there. Now, I do have to sand that little nub off because I did not get that part. Almost ready to give this a try. Okay. It needs to be bigger. All right. This thing is so freaking hilarious. If I'm being honest, it could have been done way better. So I'm probably going to finish this one. And I'm going to probably plan to do it again anyway. This was like a test. And okay, we're getting there. It's got to go a little bit deeper. Well, I mean, if anything, at least in doing this, I've got a jig that I'm not necessarily sure I'm going to use for anything else. All right. A little more on the sides. Again, if you are looking for some carbide scrapers like this, thank good. Anniversary sale. I think it's for 19 years on right now. Check them out, and the link is in the description. Okay. Well, I think I can live with that. So next comes the kind of sketchy part. So sit tight for a second. Because we're going to grab some scrap wood. Scrap hardwood or plywood. Preferably. That's okay. Piece of pine will work. So this is actually going to go over top. So that's my idea. Let's see if it works or not. Not sure if it will, to be honest. I'm going to use for this because I don't want to countersink and split anything. I'm going to use some panhead screws just to hold this thing in. That's all. We're going to see if this will actually work because this is what I thought of. And we're going to find out. All right, let's see. Of course it's split. This is why you don't use pine. I knew that was going to happen too. Always happens with pine. That's okay. No big deal. We will use hardwood, specifically maple. I'm going to cut a little chunk of this off. I feel like this is going to be really sketchy as to if it works. I have no idea. But if it works, hell yeah. All right. See, this way, it's like a door. I have no idea how well this is going to work. But we're going to find out. I knew that was going to happen too. That's the only thing I don't like is the in behind. Unless okay, I'm gonna cut a smaller piece of this. Let's see if that works. Damn, that's actually pretty secure. All right. So all I need is a piece of maple, drill the pilot holes. And we should be good. We're gonna see. Okay, there's one. Now I drill a pilot hole and put in screw number 2. Okay, pilot hole. So in theory, this won't split. We don't need this pilot hole to hold any weight. Ah, it was tighter. Okay, just for fun, let's see this thing spin. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try and reinforce this handle. Maybe. I'm not using my drill on these screws. I am totally using the carbide for this too. I don't. So I think the challenge with this is not going to spin properly. Well, you know what? It's not going to spin properly, but let's give this a shot because why not, right? Let's see what we can do or what kind of disaster we can make with this. Damn it. I knew that was going to happen, but it's moving. Movement isn't good. That's not what we want. So we're going to try. We're going to try to stop some of it, if we can, by putting pressure on this part of the handle. Maybe. I know there are so many better ways to do this, probably. But whatever. This one's fun. I got a great idea. To hold it in place, we're going to try a little bit of hot glue. Let's see if this works. Because hot glue is nice because you just peel it off after. Right? Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can make this work. Thank you all for sticking with me through this. This is this is a trial and error. But we are going to turn this into the tiniest ladle you have ever seen. Because that's what the challenge is. So that's what we're going to do. So it is going to happen. The only question is how. And I'm pretty sure this is going to work. We'll see. Here's hoping. Because I'm going to take on the lathe, I'm going to make this completely flat. I mean, I could have done it on a sander, but I'm trying to do it all on a lathe. So we're going to make it flat, and then we're going to try to carve it out a bit. Man, I could have made this so much longer. So I'm going to end up doing this again. At this point right now, it's just for fun. Well, it's just for fun anyway. God. Glue guns are messy. Bloody hell. All right. I didn't like it anyway. So we're just gonna try it. Why not? Yeah. I think I have to go back to the drawing board on this one. I think because I don't have all the bigger stuff for this, or maybe it's not the right stuff I have. I don't know, but I'm just gonna try carving this because why not? I mean, as bad as this is, because I mean, it's really bad. It is like the saddest little ladle thing ever. So I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board on this because I mean, that one's not really working. And I don't think I can wedge it anymore. Ooh. That's a possibility. I wonder if I've wedged that enough. Let's try this. What the hell? Oh, there's the wedge. Which, I mean, I knew that wasn't going to hold. But I really don't like to give up that easy. I did actually try to make anchors for this into a chuck. Didn't work, unfortunately. Let's try this again. Watch it fire out. Okay. This one didn't work. So we're going to kibosh this. But that was kind of the idea. It just didn't work. So I'm going to kibosh this. This is getting redone because this one's really sad. It's got to be like much longer than that and bigger around and everything. But I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Subscribe if you can. That would be absolutely amazing. Grab a membership if you want. Always helps the channel out. And we'll see you next time.